Hello again everyone, and welcome back to Bloodborne to Run. Today we'll be going over the Forbidden Woods area. Now you should be familiar with how to get here from one of the previous videos from the Grand Cathedral area down to the Forbidden Woods. We've covered that in the previous one. Today I will be going over the separate paths in Forbidden Woods and a couple of the shortcuts, like the shortcut to the right from the first lantern. Now, the first video, I will be going over how to make it to Iosefka's clinic and all the way back to Central Yarnum. So, you'll want to start crossing straight across this bridge that you see ahead of you, but be warned, there are traps, like that pile of wood is a trap right there, and you'll want to keep going straight. I found it a little bit easier to dip over here on the right and just try to drop down behind everything and just roll through it. That way you don't aggro some of the enemies and just keep running through. I like to follow the lantern paths as it makes it easier to get through and just drop down. Now once you're to this area, you'll want to immediately go left. There are various paths to take through here. I like taking this one as it's the most direct, and I can easily just bait the dogs and just take them out. And then once you cross through the gate, just avoid these guys. The separate path that you can take instead of going straight is you can go left, and it'll take you to this area. I mean, you should be comfortable running around everything at this point in the game, and it should make the enemies easier. One thing you do want to note is this red lantern right here. Definitely talk to this person, as you'll get an item to open up the path to the nightmare world to fight the great one Amygdala. So definitely talk to this NPC for, I think it's the tonsil stone or something of that nature. But the path that you'll want to take to Iosefka's clinic is around these cages and to the left. So once you hit these cages, just use that as your marker to go left. I will show one other item that most people are missing, is this ladder right here. Definitely take these ladders up if you want to get this item while you're here. Is their white clinic outfit up on this roof that's got the best poison resistance in the game. So if you want to use it for this next area, definitely grab it, as this next area has a ton of poison damage. So just run into this cave, and then you'll come out through the bottom. There's a couple items in here, so definitely pick those up if you want. And this next area has several giants wandering around in. They're pretty slow, so you don't have to worry about them too much. But the path that you'll want is over here on the other side. Be warned though, there are snakes in the water that can stagger you and stop you quite a bit. And you definitely don't want to get hit. So you'll want to run straight across to this lantern over here and run in here, and you'll find this ladder at the top. Once you hit this ladder, just run straight up. There's two sets of ladders, so you'll know you're going to be here for a while. But nothing at this point in the game should really follow you up the ladder, so you'll be safe. Now, this is also a really good shortcut if you don't want to run through some of those enemies, but be warned, you will get poisoned if you don't have enough poison resistance on. I've got so much health at this point, I don't really care anymore, but at this point in the game, the poison does do quite a bit of damage if your health isn't so high. Or just use the white clinic outfit in order to stack poison resistance on your character. And then run over here and pull the lever, and you'll open up the shortcut to the area that you started at in the game. You'll recognize this area at Central Yarnum. So the next step, we want to get into Iosefka's clinic. And as soon as you open up that pathway, you'll want to come through here. Go down these stairs. Be warned, there is an enemy over here, but you'll want to run past the enemy and just run to the lantern. They're pretty slow, so you don't have to worry about them too much. And then when you're up here, you got to worry about a couple crows. But if you run to the left, you can easily avoid them. It's kind of hard fighting them on this little platform, as they can get some really mean hits in you. So here's Iosefka's clinic. As soon as you come into the clinic, run to the right and open up the shortcut to the lantern. And now you're back at the start of the game where you first woke up. So next we'll be going over the other paths in the Forbidden Woods. I will go back to the original lantern and show you another run through. That way you become more familiar with the paths that you can take in the Forbidden Woods to open up the elevator to the windmill right next to the lantern. So keep an eye out and stay tuned.